2 goals against per game. But like Lulea, missing some key players for the game. So we'll see how this one works towards the conclusion. Both teams having to adjust on the fly in a pressure situation. Lulea coming up with the puck on the forecheck on the turnover, driving to the net, looks to get it to the goal, can't. Mikhail Roma up and away with it. Side called here. Now it comes to the goal. Normand kicks it out. He started the year with 7 goals in the first 9 games. He's only got 10 total at this point. So he hasn't been able to maintain that impressive pace, but still has made a positive contribution to this team. The summer signings, by and large, have turned out very well for Lulea, and are one of the reasons why they've had a big step up this season. At the line, scoop down towards the goal. Ford launches it to the boards. Chipped out to neutral ice. Center by Allard, bravely stepping up. Here's Nurmi again over the line. Drops it off. Lundin can't get the shot through. Ahead and a check on the youngster. Trying to make it happen, Stenberg. And Frolunda's got it. Sundin's at the line. Long drive, caroms off the end boards. Picked up by Sellgren, recently returning from a 2-game suspension. He's forward along the board. Shalin gets there, lifts it in the air, knocked out of the air by Wahlberg, but picked up, and here comes Lulea right out in front. A chance for Granberg, and he couldn't get it to the net. David Granberg in a good position. Just couldn't get a clean shot away. Roma moving the puck along. Frolunda's over the line. Once again, Sundin jumping up into the play. Sundin, a 3rd-round pick of the Edmonton Oilers. Back to the near side. Cederqvist under some pressure. Looks to the support. Picked up inside the line. Trying to wind ahead, skating there into traffic a little bit. Oscar Wahlberg. And Lulea will try a break through to the line and across. Cuevas Tuinen, his pass intercepted. Quickly off the boards and forward. Stenberg trying to get it to Roma. That was broken up. Roma looked like he had a chance to sneak in behind there. Now Roma will flip a pass forward. Does make its way to Stenberg. Now to Roma and around. Tummernes down from the line. Mikhail Roma in the corner. Came over from Bodo partway through the season last season. He plays it off to Wahlberg, jumping up in the play. There's that chance. Sent just wide. Nicely teed up, and Frolunda unable to get it on target. It's past 13 minutes played in period 1, the 4th and final meeting of the season between the teams. Frolunda looking for a likely series sweep. Yeah, they've won all 3 games between the teams to this point. On October 5-2 at home, in November 3-1 in this building. Back at the Scandinavian 4-2 at the end of December. Lulea trying to create something here. It's put to the net, turned aside by Normand. Man dumped in front. Hands won a penalty. Play continues. Now in the slot, Shinneman with a quick drive, and Normand makes a good save. Couple of chances for Lulea, and Normand with the answers. First year in Sweden. Had been playing in Switzerland with Zug. He's excelled wherever he has been. A former American League MVP, Brian O'Neill. Across the line, Vestergaard taking it in behind the net. One of the juniors in the lineup for these 2 teams tonight. Max Vestergaard, a Finn playing in his 2nd year in Sweden. He's only 17 and is a prospect for the upcoming. Cleared, forcing Shelgren back to get it to Tukula, who got into that prime spot. Arttu Tukula, part of the Finnish team that won the silver medal at the World Junior Hockey Championship not that long ago. Here's O'Neill sending it out in front. Picked up by Stenberg. Ivar Stenberg on the move. Signed to a senior contract for next season, Stenberg, a little bit ago. A very impressive young talent. top prospect for next season's NHL draft. There's Stenberg reaching for it now. Got it forward, but not out. O'Neill moving it down the wall. Allard tried to pick it up. Wahlberg broke it up. And here's Stenberg. Couldn't get it deep, taken here by Tummernes. His pass forward gets away from Cederqvist into the corner. Roma away from the checking. Cederqvist controlling. Makes one way, moves the other. Here's Tummernes. Last 30 seconds of the frame. Big hit along the boards. Down to the ice, Lulea, but Frolunda still working away in the offensive zone. They've only had 2 shots in the period, but this looks promising. With 15 seconds remaining. Cederqvist. Top of the circle. Roma. Back for Cederqvist. Into the slot. Stenberg with a pass. And they get something to the net here. Out to neutral territory, and they'll regroup from their own zone. Just 35 seconds remaining in the 5-on-4 advantage. Lulea moving the puck along. Stenberg across to the far side. Some room here, winding and firing in second period of a scoreless game. Teams have met 4 times this season. Frolunda's won the previous 3 contests. This is game number 4 between the sides. Last season, Frolunda took the season series 3 games to 1. Here's Ponte-Chalin sending it ahead. Emmanuelson bringing it around. Wahlberg's on the far side. Stuck it behind the net, and they'll move it along. Roma off the boards. Can't get it out. Laxinen flings it to the far corner. Wahlberg's got it. Sends it ahead. Lulea keeping it in here. Lulea dispossessed, and Laxinen will back up and start from his own zone. Off the restart, another shot here. Ford looking through traffic once again. Back to the line. Sundin with an 8th in scoring. Power play makes a big difference for them. They've got 41 power play goals. Into that center zone. Lifted off the wall and sent to the cage. Normand turns it to the side. Man down on a collision. Andreasen to the puck, and he'll kick it free. Kept in by Allard. Now he'll work to get it back. Shoots. Normand found that with Wahlberg in front, almost creating a screen for his netminder. On the counter, here comes Roma to the front of the net. That's broken up by Laxinen. Fins prominently placed on both of these clubs. On the shoot-in, Lulea to the corner. Comes free for Roma. Kale Roma in behind his own goal. That's how they've, at least part of the way that they've accumulated 86 points to this stage of the season. Second last game of the regular season. Frolunda on 86 points, Lulea on 89. They are in second and third. Lulea in that second spot. Frolunda trying to take it away from them. 2 teams in the mix. Färjestad in that mix as well, as this one comes to 2 points. If you're Frolunda, all you're thinking about is winning and trying to stay in the mix for second. The great races and other things playing out all the way down the table. If the time permits, we'll check in on a few of those notes. Meanwhile, a backhand pass across and a chance there. Stenberg couldn't catch up to it. Nurmi's got it. Into the corner from Nurmi, and he'll keep on cruising. Watched by Roma. Taken by Lundin, monitored by Tummernes. Lundin finds Allard. Allard working his way deep in the zone. Allard back to the line. Laxinen returns it to Allard. Cross ice, good vision there. The pass broken up by Ivar Stenberg in an excellent defensive position. The youngster with a good read and took a chance away there. On the boards and out from Frolunda, down it goes. Lead at home against Timrå. Malmo leads Örebro. That's a giant game for those 2 teams. In the mix for the final playoff spot in period 2, as you see a couple of the juniors in the lineup for Frolunda on the ice for the defensive zone faceoff. Sellgren Fakes, now sends it in front. Ricochets, kicked out by Norman. He really had to stretch with the right leg to make that save. Tobias Norman. 5-4 shootout winner against Färjestad on Thursday. It was his first start in 4 games. Looking good tonight. Matthias Vord in goal for Lulea. 4-1 winner against Färjestad on Tuesday. Made 19 saves. Made that start after a little bit of rest. Joel Lassananti played the game on Thursday, the loss against Modo. Here's Andreasen. Strides to center, shoves the puck in. Emmanuelson in pursuit. Sundin with a touch. Stenberg controlling. Lands out in front of his own goal dangerously, loses possession. And Koivistoinen's got it, turns and puts the puck into the corner. Stenberg getting another chance here, tries to keep it simple, can't clear. Allard in the circle, looks to the goal. Allard holding on, makes his way in behind. Now the centering effort, right on target from Koivistoinen, and Norman gets the body on it. Lulea capitalizing on Frolunda's inability to clear the zone. Taken by Nurmi into the last 3 minutes of this second period. Nurmi stripped by Roma. He can't get it out. Shellak in a safe spot does that. Cederqvist racing after it. Cederqvist in the corner. Checked by Laxonen. Cederqvist goes down. Laxonen touches the pound the ice. 28.5% effective this power play for Frolunda this season. 41 power play goals. Huge driver to their offense. Second unit is out. Number of players missing for both of these teams, so different looks. Ian's back together. Frolunda 7th in the league on the road with 12 wins in 24 games. They won 4 of their last 5 away from the Scandinavium to improve their road record immensely. Giving themselves a chance here. Tukala at the line. Wrist shot snatched out of the air by Norman. Too little too late for Modo in the battle to avoid the bottom 2. Tim Rowe's troubles really continue down the stretch. They looked a sure thing for a top 6 spot. Anything but sure now. Here's a chance as it works to the front of the goal. Roma couldn't quite click on the pass from Stenberg. Back the other direction. Lulea looking to threaten to the side of the goal, and Norman steers it away. Zick Heens marching forward. Across the line, Vestergaard to the middle. Stenberg the pass, and he couldn't quite tuck it in. It looked like a pass the way he jabbed his backhand effort toward the key. St. Louis Blues organization playing in the AHL now after leaving the SHL partway through the season. Less than 8 minutes remaining in period 3 and a 1-1 tie. These two teams have not played beyond 60 minutes in their 3 games this year. With Frolunda winning the first game 5-2 at home, and then winning 3-1 here in November and 4-2 back at home in December. At the line, long shot. Kerm's away from the front of the goal. Picked up by Shalin. Ends up in front of the net. Backhand chance, and that sent just wide. Opportunity presenting itself for Koivistoinen, who couldn't hit the mark. Picked up by Brome. Brome in front, turning and firing Emmanuelson, and kept out by Norman. Back after it, William Håkansson tried to force a pass. That was intercepted. Now right down the middle, and they score! Frolunda capitalizes on the turnover. And puck. And it presented an opportunity as Håkansson gave it up. Stenberg put it into the middle, and firing it in. Oscar Wahlberg, a couple of juniors team up. And that looks like a first in the league for the young defenseman. And you can see what it means over at the bench. What excitement for a shot block that really stung him early in the game and has just kept on ticking. Pass ahead, intercepted. Lulea with a chance to get it back. Here's Selgren onto the wing. Over the line to the net. And Norman at the ready. Had to be. Stopped at the point. Shoveled along the boards. Weinberg. Selgren into the corner. Racing after it, Lundin. Lundin watched by two. Could use a little help. Now the bodies come over in red. But too late. The puck controlled by Frolunda, and they send it forward. Stenberg shakes at the line. Free. Eanes walking the tightrope. Gets it to Stenberg. Romberg trusting his juniors in this one. 90 seconds to go in the third. It's tied. He's got a couple on the ice. Vestergaard and Stenberg. Vestergaard in possession. He's in the circle. Turns and fires. Skips to the side to Eanes. Down from his blue line post. Sends it to the line. Taken by Stenberg. Stenberg circles, plays it forward. Onto the boards for Eanes. Now to the front of the net, a backside chance. Stenberg was there and just couldn't tuck it away. He's found a way to be dangerous, the youngster. As an assist in the game. The fourth meeting of the year. Frolunda trying to complete a series sweep of Lulea and stay in the mix for second. Here's O'Neill setting it up from behind the Lulea goal. Onward for Hedqvist. Hedqvist over the line, working wide on his man. Can't get to the net. Hangs on. Hedqvist looking confident. Finds O'Neill. O'Neill for Selgren. Forced to the corner. Centering pass. Bounces to the far side. There's Hedqvist. Now collected in neutral by Selgren. Selgren to Shinneman. Shinneman to the line and across. Brendan Shinneman to Jesper Selgren. Back to Shinneman. It opens up. Shoots and sends it just high. Shinneman got in and couldn't put it away. Well set up there by Lulea to create an open lane. Now dropped off. Middle of the ice. Backside. A shot coming across Normand. How did he get over there? Tremendous save. Shinneman was sure he had the winner. Here's Edstrom.